Love and Trust Propensity on Online Dating Platforms in Time of Coronavirus by Dr. Ursula Schinzel. Welcome to the show. So this is the content we are looking at today. Introduction quiz, introduction, research question and contribution to knowledge, trust propensity, risk and trust, impression management, truth default theory by Levine, false consensus effect, the decision paradox, Markowitz and Hancock, the cold model, examples, real me, mingle to, bumble and ghosting, methods, data collection, interviews, literature review, results, analysis, quotes, discussion and conclusion, and some references. So, the introduction quiz. Do you fall in love fast? Sometimes, not usually, always, never. Question 2. How long do you wait to text someone after a first date that went well? I'm never the first to text. The next day at the most, 3 days minimum. It depends on how I feel. If you can have any of these superpowers, which would you choose? Invisibility, mind control, super strength, flight. Number 4. Which first date idea sounds better to you? A movie, a nice dinner, the beach, your apartment. 5. How do you prefer to communicate? Via text, video chat, phone call, in person, in presence. Number 6. Which of these bad habits annoys you most? Loud talking, chewing loudly, biting nails, phone addiction. Number 8. Which romantic gesture would you appreciate most? A home-cooked meal, dozen roses, a massage, a romantic surprise. Question number 9. How does a weekend camping with your partner sound to you? Not fun. Very nice, just okay, amazing. And last question, number 10. Which of these is the biggest deal breaker for you? Self-centeredness, fear of commitment, know-it-all, boringness. So I hope you liked the quiz. Now comes the introduction. This study is about love in time of coronavirus, more particularly about lies and deception, and about honesty and trust on online dating platforms. So the research question is it possible to trust people on online dating platforms, or is it all lies? Research question is, so as we said, and the contribution to knowledge is that online dating platforms have experienced an increase in use during coronavirus times due to social distancing measures during the pandemic. This not being the last new virus, daters are forced to adapt their dating habits to the new situation, switching from dating in person to online dating. About trust propensity, here we see this research is about interpersonal trust propensity, about Levine, Klein, Hillebrand, Noteboom, Chen, Real Me, Bumble, Mingle, Ghosting. And it's about risk and trust. So in a new encounter, just like in a new business negotiation or also in a job interview, trust needs to be developed. Slowly taking time, but also leading to mistrust. Each new approach contains risks and new trust. So, during the pandemic and also after, the big winner is digitalization. Computers, mobile phones, and also everything that is outdoor. Walking, running, bicycling, and so on. So, about trust, the question is, can I trust you? To be romantically available and desirable, you can compare the technique of online dating to a job interview. So in a new encounter, just like in a new business negotiation, trust needs to be developed. This takes time, it is slow, and it also leads to distrust. Impression management. In a new encounter, you try to impress your partner, and the lying is about items of self-presentation, like the physical attributes, age, height, weight. photos that are 10 and more years younger or older, depends on how you see it. Availability, the marital status, the professional occupation, and personal interests like hobbies, alcohol consumption, sexual preferences, smoking, and so on. Now, the second impression management goal for data should be the decision whether to meet in person or not. And about availability management, nobody wants to appear too desperate for always being available. With the mobile communication, now it makes possible to control constantly the other's availability. And some daters lie about their marital status. They pretend to be single while they are married and are not available. So tell me the truth. That's the truth management is another strategy, and it's difficult to see to detect if somebody tells the truth or if it's a lie. And the deception is originated by these lies. Knowing that it's difficult to collect enough information about a person, then and to make the right judgment. That's a truth default theory of Levin. The false consensus effect is another strategy for data. So the more they lie themselves, says Apley, the more they estimate the partner also lies. Now the decision paradox is lying in dating, deception, looking for differences and so on, balancing between the benefits from the online dating platform and the risks that you have in them. And whom can you trust and whom not? And David Markowitz and Jeffrey Hancock say that it's in the language. It's a study about language and deception and how the language decides or shows that you are lying or not. They do not always communicate the same way when you are lying. And it is also that it's like a faucet that's not always cold or always hot water, but it comes together. It's a mix of hot and cold water in the language, in the communication, the messages that you send. Yeah. And then I would like to introduce you to Real Me. It includes, for the safety of the users, important background information such as criminal and court records, sex offender status, marital status, lawsuits, and personal reviews. And it's about the responsibility and the safety of the users. And they want to cultivate safety and trust online. And it's about the background information to make it safer. And also Mingle is about the responsibility to keep their members safe. And investing in the member safety to reduce the risk of scams and fraud on online dating and to protect people from them. Bumble is also not only an online dating app for daters, for romantic dates, but also for friending and for networking. So more we have the coronavirus pandemic, more these platforms do not only use themselves for the romantic dating, but also for friending and networking. And this is the case for Bumble. It is not only for love, but also friendship and finding friends, and in the increase because of the increase of the online dating platforms. And it was created by Whitney Wolfe Herd, who left Tinder because she was sexually harassed there and then went to court against them. And she created a Bumble that is focused on women, and it's the woman that takes the first step. So you can see that, and also Black. That is an app for Black single men and women. So you can look that up. And also I would like to talk something about ghosting. The act of suddenly ceasing all communication with someone. So just to disappear without any notice, yeah? And why do people do that? Because, means to disappear from someone's life mysteriously and without explanation. This person wants to hurt the former partner, or fears the former partner's reaction, or that wants to avoid the confrontation, doesn't want to have this uncomfortable conversation, and or doesn't know how to end the relationship otherwise, just simply disappears, and that's the only way they know how to bring it to an end, and they don't want to have to explain themselves. So, or that goes very subtle, or it goes gradually, short term or long term. And on your smartphone, you can see something like that, no response at all. So, about my data collection, I did a review of the literature about deception, trust, truth, love, lying, lies. And the question is it possible to trust these people on these online dating platforms, or is it all lies? And then I have some quotes. The big winner is the digitalization. The younger they get, the more they are digitalized, and they don't want to return to their former life because it saves them time, because university classes are online and you do not have to commute. You save money, you save time, no more gasoline, no more train tickets, no more subway, and so on, no more loss of time. And you can start your meetings on time. And then also, the poorer they get, the more they stay on their mobile phones. So instead of using the computer, students would use everything on their smartphone. And we can see here again that it's all about digitalization, and people are working from home, they are dating from home, and they do never meet in person. Okay. Coronavirus has changed everything, and because we stay at a distance, and we are reluctant to meet in person. And also, people show more emotions digitally. They like to show with the smileys, the surprise, the emoticons, and this allows for more emotions than in real life. So, results, I would like to repeat myself. What do people lie about? It's the gender, the name, the photos, the income, the age, the availability, the smoking, the alcohol, married or not, so marital status, preferences, and this is again what I had said. And also it's about delicate subjects like abuse, death, fatalities, traumatizing events that prevent from going into a new relationship. And here are some more quotes that are a repetition of what we have seen before. And I would like to come to the discussion. So it is about trust propensity in dating practices. And this links the research about interpersonal trust with romantic relationships, digitalization. I would like already to come to the conclusion. While some daters are honest, some daters are lying, and this is about their names, their gender, photo, their age, the social status, their salary, the marital status, and this results into deception by the other. The salary, nobody really stated that one truthfully. And it is also other subjects are alcohol consumption and smoking, also the profession, the sports activities, hobbies, and so on. And I would like to come to a conclusion. So coronavirus did not change the lying habits in these domains. It did not change the deception either. It changed the contact habits through social distancing. And the digital methods have become the preferred meeting means. I would like to come to a question, a final question for the discussion. What kind of dating, friendship, networking app do we need in times of crisis like the current pandemic? And here you can see my reference list, and I would like to thank you for your attention, and goodbye.